Welcome back to the Chazy's channel. This is a video for the exterior of the 2021 Gulfstream Enlighten. 20RD is the model number. We were newbies going into the RV lifestyle. We just jumped in. And so we got this trailer and it seemed pretty good. But during COVID in 2020, 2021, a lot of people wanted trailers, and it's my understanding that a lot of these manufacturers just kind of slapped some trailers together pretty quickly, and I think that's what happened in this case. So buyer beware. I'm going to do a whole other video on how shady the RV industry is. But for today, let's do an exterior of the 2021 Gulfstream Enlighten. All right. It is November 2022, actually December 1st, 2022, and I am in Fredericksburg, Virginia. And it's about 50 degrees and sunny. I've got my Christmas tree, my outdoor Christmas tree set up here. One thing I can point out about these windows here is when it rains pretty hard on the inside, it can drip from here, from however the rain is getting in here, onto the table or whatever you have on the table there. So that's one thing I noticed. I don't know if it's with all the trailers that they manufactured, but yeah. And then with these speakers out here, it was my understanding that they were supposed to light up blue, but that never happened. And they never fixed it. So yeah. Coming around here, it's got a backup crate camera. We've never used it because we've never actually transported it. It was transported directly here from where we purchased it. More on that later. And but it does seem to have backup camera capability, and it came with a spare tire here. So that's the rear of the vehicle. Oh, and that's a shot of the very pretty lake at our campground. So we haven't really traveled with this camper too much, well, at all. It's pretty much just been here at the campground. Okay. So let's take a look in here. This is where, and I had to learn all this myself because the tutorial at, I'll say McGeorge's RV in Ashland, Virginia was slapped together for us. Very hurried. The guy he admitted actually that he didn't really know the model perfectly. He knew the basics. But he had just been working there for about 2 weeks to a month, so he didn't know all the details. Felt very, very confident there. Hi, Billy. Oh, there's Billy. Get that tree. Yeah. And I don't know if you can hear it, but our neighbor JT is playing his honky tonk. Nice little background noise there. Yes, Billy. Okay, so this is where you access your water tank. I'm sorry, not water tank, your hot water heater. And there's this bolt here that's pretty much impossible to get off unless you have the right socket. So that was an interesting adventure when I tried to empty the water tank. The hot water tank. This is where you turn on for hot water. You would turn that on. We're not running water out of our taps right now because the water at the campground is turned off. But yeah, if you wanted your water to heat, you'd need to turn that on. And another secret that I learned from YouTube is that if your water tank is full of water, when you pull this little thing, you'll hear like a little hiss and water should come out of it. Oh, the other thing that took me forever to learn, y'all, where the valve is. This is like stuff everywhere. Okay, so in order to fill the hot water tank, that valve needs to be in the, I don't know if it's off or on position, but whatever, you need to turn it so that whatever position it is in, it will let water into the hot water tank. If this is off, it will bypass, it's a bypass valve, and it will bypass the water to the hot water tank. And you would use that with winterization and dewinterization, which I'll make another video for, but it took me forever to find that. But it is under the sofa inside, or in the little storage, under sofa storage area. So yeah, I've learned over the last year and a half that you need some very specific tools to work on RVs, and that's how they get ya. Boy, so we've got, this is the power cord, power intake, whatever it's called. Oh, and then the freshwater tank, you fill it up here. You can just put a hose right in there, fill it up. You're supposed to use the water within approximately 2 weeks, or go ahead and just drain it all out. And the drain for the water is under here. There it is. And then you would just pull this. Oh, there's the water coming out. Sweet. And here's the city water connection right here. This little L-shaped bracket here is helpful when you have your water filter attached to the water hose. Water's turned off right now, like I said. So we're not using that currently. Now, I don't know if y'all, let me back up here, noticed this big thing of Gorilla duct tape here. So the story behind this is that McGeorge's RV in Ashland, Virginia dropped off our unit in April of 2021, and the next day, well, actually before the next day came, it rained all night. And the next day I went out to inspect the exterior of it, and there was a big hole in the siding. And they have not made good on repairing it, and it's been a year and a half. They keep saying that they will, but it never happens. And they fired some manager lady in the service department, and this other guy's telling me, oh, by text message, yeah, let's set up a time for you to bring it in. Well, we don't have a pickup truck. And then I get the runaround with, oh, we don't really provide that service. I don't know, I'll have to ask a manager to pick up your unit, blah, 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 blah. Which is bullshit. Pardon my language, because they have picked it up before as a quote-unquote special favor to us. And they have taken measurements, and they did order the part. The part took over a year to get in. When they called me, I just laughed at them. I was like, it's been a year. And I understand supply chain, but yeah, it's ridiculous. So, needless to say, I do not recommend the service department at McGeorge's RV in Ashland, Virginia. Did I say that clear enough? All right, let's continue our exterior tour. So down here, you've got your sewer connections. This is for the gray tank right here. I'm not going to pull it because I've got stuff in there. And this is for the black tank. So basically, if you're a newbie like I was, black tank is everything that goes into the toilet and then comes out here. Gray tank is all the other water. And you always want to open the black tank first and then open up the gray tank second. And the gray tank will kind of help, the gray tank water, that is, kind of help flush out the black tank. And this, I learned as a newbie, is called a blue boy, although it's not blue, but a lot of the older ones are. So you would hook a hose up to it. Right now, the hose, don't get one with a flimsy hose because it will crack and break and you'll get sewage all over yourself. Get a really sturdy, like Rhino, I think is the brand or something. Get a really sturdy hose to go with your blue boy, or as I like to call it, a shit suitcase. Pardon my language. But that is what it's called. All right, so we've got some other storage under here. This passes through to the other side. Got a leaf blower in there right now and some tools in my tub. Okay. Okay, and I learned all about leveling when I came to this campground. I didn't know anything about leveling. These guys here, really, you don't need those to level. Those are just for temporary. You just put all the weight of the trailer on blocks and it's fine underneath the chassis. Is that what that's called? But yeah, it's important to make sure it's like at least 90% level, because then the water in your tub won't drain out properly if you have a tub or in your sink or wherever. Yeah, you can see we kind of crunched that one. Don't be like us. Okay, let's come around to the front. Oh, it looks like our neighbors got a Gulfstream Friendship. Hopefully it's better built than the 2021 Gulfstream Enlighten. And that's JT's trailer over there. Okay, so here is where you have your battery. That is your battery. When you're boondocking, that plays a pivotal role there. And then you've got propane here. It holds 2 tanks. We only have 1 in there right now. But that's your propane. Propane's gonna heat your water. Yes, Billy, I hear you. And then this also helps to level things. You can press the buttons up and down. Ooh, yeah, I'm not gonna do that. Okay. Is there anything else? Oh yeah, the other thing that happens on this, and I heard that this happens on a lot of other trailers too, but you know, it's just one other thing that's wrong with this trailer. Okay, the front door. When it gets below freezing, the front door, even if it's locked, will pop open. So that's part of the reason why we put this canopy, this carport, so it kind of warms the air so it's not terribly cold on the door. But yeah, there's not a ghost opening your door. It is popping open from the cold. Everything contracts in the frame of the door and it just pops open. And so last winter when we were not here full time, we would come, you know, a couple times over the winter and the door would be open. And there would be cold air coming in to our trailer for like, you know, several weeks without us knowing it. So now what I do is actually, if I'm leaving the trailer, I'll put the bar like that. Because if it's below freezing, this will at least keep the door from opening all the way. So yeah, and then you've got some cool lights up here. Some track, yes, Billy. Some track lighting there. Orange light, orange yellow light there. And this is the pass-through on the other side there. Oh, yeah. This awning broke pretty quick. This awning broke last summer already. Yeah, I guess, I don't know. It's probably partially that it's a cheap awning and partially that we didn't know what we were doing. So it has been broken. A lot of things have broken on this. We didn't winterize correctly, so we had to replace our water pump. And we're still in process with the toilet. I thought I had fixed it, and then water started leaking out the back yet again. So it's a never-ending story. Never-ending story. Na 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 na. Say hi, Billy. Cat got your tongue. Yeah. All right. Well, if you have any questions or comments, you can put those down below. If you got any value out of this video, or at least a chuckle, feel free to like. Oh, kitty cats. Feel free to subscribe. I am unemployed currently, so there will be more videos on the way, including cute feral cats. All right, y'all. Thanks so much. Have a good day. Bye-bye.